Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today's video is a requested video. It was a while ago and unfortunately I can't remember who requested it, but somebody asked me to talk about my most favorite and least favorite fragrances from favorite houses or popular houses. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Now, I've only chosen houses where I either have a lot of fragrances or I've tested a lot of fragrances, because I think it won't be fair to talk about houses where I've only tested a few fragrances, I just don't know enough about these houses. So I've chosen the ones that I have tested significantly. Okay. Let's start with the most predictable house, because you all know by now that that's my favorite fragrance house. Of course, the house of Zerof. So I've chosen my absolute favorite and my least favorite. And by the way, least favorite doesn't mean I don't like it. It just means that out of the ones that I have or tested, this is my least favorite, which still could mean that it's good. Now, I've put aside my Tony Iommi from Zerof because we all know by now this is my #1 fragrance overall in my collection ever. So we're putting that one aside. Outside of that fragrance, what is my absolute favorite from Zerof? It is the beautiful Italica. Yes, I still love this one. I remember the times when it was impossible to get. Now it's widely available and it is so good. It is so recognizable. Such a unique scent in my opinion. This is this beautiful, sweet, sugary almond cookie, really dense, really delicious, really sweet, maybe even a tiny bit lactonic, but like so sweet. It's so delicious. It's so beautiful. I love this scent. I know it's not for everyone. Some people really don't get along with this scent. That's totally okay. For me, it's absolutely amazing and it's my favorite or top 2 from the house of Zerof for sure. And I have a significant Zerof collection and I have tested a lot more than I have. So I've tested, honestly, this is probably my most tested house. I've tested so much from this house and this is definitely at the top. Now, my least favorite, and I wanted, for most of these, I tried to choose fragrances that I actually have in my collection. In a few cases, I don't have them, but for majority I have. And for Zerof, I definitely wanted to choose something that I actually have, not something that I tested, because again, like I said, I've tested so many. So out of the ones that I have, my least favorite is Apollonia, even though the bottle I think is absolutely stunning. But this is just not exactly my scent profile, not the type of scent profile that I gravitate towards often. I have to be in the mood for this. This is very clean type of scent, kind of floral, musky, clean. It's very light, it's not offensive in any way, very unassuming, would be great like office scent or scent for an environment where people are sensitive to scents. It is beautiful. It's just not exactly my scent profile. That is why it is my least favorite, but I still do enjoy it. And on occasion, when I'm in the mood to wear something like this, I do reach for this one. Okay, another house where I don't have quite as many as in Zerof, but I do have, a few and I've tested more, and that is the house of Oud. I don't think you will be surprised to learn, although maybe you will be because I've raved about several fragrances from this house, but I'm choosing Bon Bon Pop as my favorite, although I do have a close runner-up, but at the moment, I would say this one is the favorite. This is an amazingly sweet peach. so sweet, so delicious. There's like, I don't know what's in here, brown sugar, caramel, toffee, something. There are a lot of sweet notes in here. The star of the show is peach, which could be a tricky note here. It's stunning, gorgeous, delicious, amazing. I love Bon Bon Pop. And of course, I think these bottles, this one in particular, is just amazing. My least favorite of the moment, and it wasn't always the case. This definitely used to be much higher on my list of the House of Wood fragrances, but it has definitely fallen down. And I think I've spoken about that on the channel before. That is, what about Pop? This is the popcorn scent. The one that I was looking for a long time. I couldn't find the right popcorn scent. And when I found this one, I thought, yep, I got it. And it definitely smells like popcorn. It's like caramelly, buttery popcorn. It's also delicious, but there's something about it at the moment that's not my favorite. I think it's the really strong buttery vibe that it has. Like it's almost, I can almost feel the butter, you know? And I think maybe that's what's bothering me, or I don't feel like smelling like popcorn. I'm not sure. So I still think it's a really nice scent, but it's not the one that I gravitate towards at the moment. And so for that reason, I'm including it as my least favorite of the moment. Okay, let's talk about Parfums de Marley. I guess my collection of Parfums de Marley is not huge, but I've tested a lot of their fragrances. I think I've tested majority of the women's line and quite a bit from the men's line as well. And although I could have easily chosen Delina as my absolute favorite, I decided to go with another fragrance because I think it has pushed its way a little bit in front of Delina at the moment. I fell in love with this fragrance last year and I still love it. This is Valaya. I really like it. It's, orange blossom and citruses and some musk, and it has certain freshness. And even in the opening, it has slight touch of masculine vibe, and I really like it. I enjoy this one so much. Like it combines the elements of masculine and feminine at the same time, and they kind of work together. And orange blossom is so beautifully done in here, and citruses are beautiful, and nothing is over the top. I love it, absolutely love it. This is my top favorite from Parfums de Marley. And my least favorite, I'm going to choose the one that I used to have and I decluttered and I no longer have, and that is Cassili. Cassili, I liked it first and then it just stopped working for me. So I know there are some fruity notes in there. I think there are some berries, maybe fruits. There is melon in there, if I remember correctly. And I think it was the note of melon that was bothering me a little bit. I am not a huge fan of how melons smell. And for some reason, it was bothering me a little bit. And there was just something slightly off-putting in that fragrance. Like, especially like at first when I would spray it, it would be great, but I would very quickly become tired of it. It would start bothering me, and that's what kept happening. That's why I decluttered it. So unfortunately, I'm going to put Cassili as my least favorite. Let's talk about Carolina Herrera, and more specifically her Confidentials line. I have quite a few and I've tested even more. And when it was time to choose a favorite, there was no doubt. There is an absolute favorite here. It's Gold Myrrh Absolute. Beautiful gourmand, sweet, spicy, vanillic. There is a tiny bit of chocolate or cacao in here. In the cold weather, it is so good. It is so good. Performance is also excellent. This is hands down my favorite from this line. My least favorite, on the other hand, again, I wanted to choose something that I actually have in my collection rather than something that I've tested. And from the ones that I have, it is going to be Iris Empire. Now, I do like this one, and I think This is very unusual. This is kind of slightly leathery or suede iris that's not too floral, not too sweet, not too powdery. It's really interesting, unique. But especially in the opening, sometimes, I don't get that always, but sometimes I get a slight vibe of like some kind of house cleaning detergent, something like maybe like, you know, those, what are they called? I don't know, to polish the wood furniture. I can't remember what they're called, but anyways, some kind of chemical that you use to clean your house. Sometimes I get a little bit of that. Sometimes I don't get that at all, but it does come out. And again, this scent profile is not 100% me. I have to be in the mood to wear it. Whereas, you know, Goldmore Absolute, I can wear anytime during fall and winter. I really, really love it. So yeah, Goldmore Absolute is my favorite. Iris Empire is my least favorite, but both of them are good. Next, let's talk about the house of Simone Andreoli. I've tested this house significantly as well. My favorite, do I even have to say? I think you all know, and I don't need to say anything about it. Malibu, yes. It was from day one. It's still my favorite. Oh my God. Oh, I smell it and it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I want to spray it all over myself. I don't want to do that because, you know, usually when I film videos, I don't like spraying anything on myself so it doesn't interfere with how I perceive the other scents. So I'm gonna restrain myself, not do it until I finish filming for today. And then I'm gonna spray Malibu because I haven't used it in a while, because here where I am, it just started getting warm now. Malibu, oh my God, pina colada, some kind of exotic drink. Fantastic. Just so, so good. Hands down, my favorite. Now, least favorite. Unfortunately, it's this one. And I don't know which video is going to come out first, this one or my declutter video, because I did film a declutter if it didn't come out yet. But there's one fragrance I forgot to include in that video that I'm decluttering as well. So I'm going to mention it here. And it is from the house of Simone Andreoli, and it is Weissbaum, unfortunately. I tried to love this fragrance, and I just don't. This is a cherry scent. It's very creamy, very smooth, very buttery type of cherry. It's moderately sweet, and yet there is something. There is something in this cherry that I'm not loving. Maybe it's the creaminess, it's overly creamy. I don't know. There are other cherry scents that I just enjoy so much more, and I never reach for this one. Never. I really tried. I really wanted to make an effort this fall and winter to reach for it more, and I just didn't. It just didn't happen. So yeah, I know that this one has to go. So if Declutter didn't come out yet, add this one to the list. If it did, then know that I'm actually going to declutter Weissbaum as well. I'm just not getting along with this scent. Let's talk about the house of Navitus. I mean, they release so many scents. I definitely have not tried many of them, but I also feel like I've tested quite a few where I can really have an opinion, you know, of which one is my favorite and which one is my least favorite. And I'm going to start with the favorite. I was actually, you know, before I took a little break, I was planning to film a video about my current obsessions, you know, fragrances and otherwise. And because I got busy, I never got around to doing it. Now it's too late to do it. But I was going to mention this fragrance as one of my obsessions because it certainly has been ever since I purchased it, definitely throughout the winter. And that is Baklava Royale. I like this one so much. I'm surprised how much I like it. I mean, I've dedicated a whole video to the house of Navitus. You can check out, you know, a detailed review of this and other fragrances in that video. You know that I ranked this one as #1 and I've used it so many times. It's such a beautiful, nutty, honey type of scent. Gorgeous and such good performer, such good performer. This is my absolute favorite from this house. On the other hand, my least favorite is, unfortunately, I'm gonna go with Lost in a Dream. Not because it's a bad scent, because it actually smells really nice, but because I was so let down by this scent. I was so disappointed. I was looking forward to it so much because it's this sweet pastry, lactonic type of scent. Oh my God, it sounded so good. And it was commodity milk. Pretty much. It was no different. And I already have commodity milk and I was so disappointed by that one. Apologies to anyone who loves it, but for me it was a huge disappointment because of how similar it is to another fragrance, not because it smells bad, because it doesn't. So yeah, Lost in a Dream is my least favorite, unfortunately, and Baklava Royale is my absolute favorite. And let's do one more house, and that is Atelier de Ors. Love this house. Again, tested quite a bit from them. Let's do for a change. Let's start with least favorite and finish on a positive note. My least favorite is Lune Feline. And I've spoken about this fragrance many times. It is least favorite because it's a challenging scent. Although I've grown to love it so much more than I did at the beginning. I've grown to appreciate it so much more. It still remains a complex and challenging scent to wear. It's powerful, it's strong, it's extremely, extremely smoky, which sometimes can come off as burnt rubber, you know? I don't really get burnt rubber anymore, but still sometimes it's a bit too much. So for the reason that it's very challenging, I'm putting it as least favorite, but I do love it. And my absolute favorite has become, hands down, Pink Me Up. Oh my God, love this one so much. My daughter loves this one. We're just huge fans and we've used a significant amount already, you know, given how many fragrances I have. This is just sweet, bubbly, happy, fruity, floral, amazing. What I also noticed about the scent, like the performance was never terrible, but it wasn't amazing at the beginning. Last year when I got it, I've used it several times already this year, and the performance has gotten better. Definitely. As the scent matured, performance has gotten better, which I love. Like it lasts all day on me, all day. I sprayed it maybe last week or something, and I sprayed some on my hair. I actually woke up the next day and I was still smelling it on my hair. Performance has definitely improved, and this is just such a love. There's something so happy about this scent. It just makes me feel so good every time that I wear it. So Pink Me Up is my absolute favorite from this house. So there you go. I hope that whoever requested this type of video actually got to watch it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please share with me some of your favorite houses and what are your best and worst from each house. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe, and to comment. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.